Everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart. I've been wanting to put this video out for a while, but I just talked myself out of it over and over and over again because I felt like you don't have enough progress, you don't have this, you don't have that, and really waiting on the perfect moment where I feel just like 100% confident, or I feel like I've just lost the most weight in the whole world, or all this, that, and another is not what this is about. It's about being honest and sharing my journey, this weight loss journey that I've been on for a while with all of my followers, all of my subscribers and supporters. So with that being said, we're gonna get right into this video. Someone asked me like recently, how long have you been on your journey? And whew, I've been on my journey when it comes to weight loss, sustaining your weight, maintaining your weight, for it seems like for forever, but really honestly I can say it was like maybe my high school senior year, which was 2011. I graduated in 2011 and it's 2021 now, so that just shows that like it's been a decade. It's literally been 10 years, and I'll tell you what doesn't work is jumping from fad diet to fad diet, just trying to see what is a quick fix. I know that I used to be obsessed with quick fixes and just like wanting to juice for like 2 months and lose like 100 pounds and all this crazy mess. I mean, if you're into juicing, I juice. I feel like it's probably cool to do that for like a few days, but just telling yourself that you can't eat any solid food for 2 months, like, come on now, that's ridiculous. But that's really the type of time that I was on because I was desperate. And when you're desperate to lose weight, you tend to look for anything that will work. All you need is just like, okay, like, yes, this works. But over the years, I've learned that it's better to find something that is realistic and that will not leave you fatigued and starving and lightheaded, because that's exactly what would happen. I would just sit up there and, you know, drink a smoothie and basically starve myself and feel like, you know what, I can't do this, this is unrealistic. And then what you end up doing is binge eating right afterwards, and you just you probably gained the weight that you lost back and then some. So it's just a vicious cycle. And that's why recently, you know, when I decided to just not be unrealistic, when I decided to just take it a day at a time, when I decided to just do what works for me and stop feeling like I have to deprive myself of food, like I can't eat, like just being super restrictive does not work for me. Like I can't tell myself you can't eat that or you can't eat anything from this food group. Like I tried keto, and let me tell you, some of the principles from keto have worked tremendously for me when it comes to like just cutting back on some of the carbs that I was intaking. Like I used to be big on sweets. I still love sweets, but I'm just not eating them and indulging in them as much as I used to. Like I used to go through a whole pack of cookies by myself. I loved ice cream, milkshakes, all that. So I found out that just cutting back on some of the carbs has worked for me, and that's basically what keto tells you. But I'm not gonna sit there and say that I can't have any carbs, or that, you know, I basically have to eat meat all day, or just protein and a whole bunch of vegetables, because honestly I'm not a big meat eater. You know, I don't like steak. You know, some of the, you know, very meaty, you know, I'm a texture eater, so some of the very meaty foods or the things that had like a lot of protein in them, they would catch me off guard on the texture side. So I was like, okay, this is not gonna work. I have to figure out something that works for me. So like I said, just pulling back on some of the carbs and then bigging up on protein in other areas. Like I love seafood. Seafood is my favorite genre of food. So I started eating more fish. I would add vegetables with my fish. I would try to eat like a vegetable with my fish. And then I would like eat fruit, and I would just tell myself, okay, like, are you hungry? If I was still hungry, I would try to like add, you know, probably like a quick like granola or a yogurt, something like that. but I just did not give up all carbs, but I did cut back. So I just wanted to say that keto is cool. I'm not a keto hater. Whatever works for you. Ultimately, it's about what works for you. What works for someone may not work for another person. We're all different, you know. So it's all about finding what works for you, because ultimately you're you, and you can't expect every single thing that works for someone else to work for you the same way. So don't be discouraged if you feel like, well, I've tried this person said this worked for them, but it's just not working for me. It's okay. I've been there. I've done that. Like, you just have to keep, you know, figure it out. You'll see as you go on your journey, okay, I do like this. Okay, that's not for me. You know, it's natural. So you're gonna have those moments. I also want to just talk about recently when I saw progress and I lost, you know, I'm just gonna say 30 pounds, but honestly, y'all, I feel like it was even more than that, because I'm embarrassed to say what my highest weight was when I stepped on the scale, but let's just say we're good into the 200s, okay? Like, I don't remember the last time that I was in the 100s, like, over the past 10 years. Like, I think it was like middle school, maybe like 8th grade, when I stepped on the scale when I was like 1 something. But when I got to high school, I wasn't weighing myself like that. And when I gained a lot of weight, when I stepped on the scale, it was all a hot mess. I stepped on the scale and I was just like, whoo, we're just gonna say we were in the 200s, y'all. And, you know, sometimes people say, well, how tall are you? And that's what I want to get into next. I am a taller than average girl. I'm 5'9". I'm about 5'9", and I know that that's above average. So weight sits on me different because I am a little bit taller. If I was 5 foot, the weight that I am today will look different on a shorter body, you know. So that's also something that you should take into consideration. That's something to think about as well. It's about, okay, how tall are you? And that goes into what you're eating as well. You know, with me being a bigger girl, like, just in terms of my height and everything, you know, I need more food too. You know, I can't, the same amount of food that a girl who's 5 foot and a certain weight would be able to eat and to lose and maintain her weight may not work for me, you know. So that's also something to really consider and to find out. Just figure out what is your calorie range for how tall you are and for how much you weigh, because that's huge. Another thing is water. We hear it all the time, literally like a broken record, but how much are we really listening? Like, ask yourself, just today, how much water have you had to drink? Okay. Well, if you said a gallon or close to that, or you've had, you know, multiple bottles of water, good for you. But if you have just had like half a bottle, or you are not even on water yet, you've probably had juices and sodas and whatnot, listen to me. So much of your calories can be wasted in liquid form, and you don't want that. It is so much better, and it is so much easier for you to just, I won't say easier, that's the wrong word, but it is better for you to just, you know, get water or get a low calorie drink option, because then you have more calories to actually eat, and you're not just wasting calories on drinks and then feeling hungry in the next hour. You know what I mean? And that was big for me also recently with losing this weight, is that I just started drinking more water, and I stopped drinking juice. Like, I literally cut juice all the way out. That's very extreme, so I'm not telling you to like hinder yourself and be like, I can't have anything else to drink. But when I got serious and I was just realizing how beneficial water is for your skin, for weight loss, for your, just how you feel, you know, water, our bodies are made up of a lot of water. I don't know the exact percentage, but we are basically made up of majority water. So when I realized that, I was like, it makes sense for me to just drink water. And I enjoy drinking water. Every now and then I do want something with a little kick of flavor, but for the majority, I'm just so on water all day. But yeah, don't drink your calories as much as you can. If you can just drink water, do that. Also, since speaking on calories, that's another, if not the biggest change that I made. was just counting my calories and keeping track, which was very hard for me because I didn't realize how much of a snacker I was and just how many careless calories I was consuming every single day, and I didn't even know about it. But it really matters, like, how many calories you're consuming every single day. So I think that you should look into that and just figure out, okay, how many calories am I consuming? You know, and I kept track. Like, I had a notepad. Like, literally, I got a pen and a notepad. And I just started figuring out, like, okay, if I eat this for breakfast, how many calories do I have left for lunch and dinner? And that helped me tremendously because I started to see what I needed to work on. Some days I saw that I was getting up into crazy amounts of calories, and I had no idea that I was eating that much food. So counting calories was a game changer for me, a game changer. I cannot, you know, just push that hard enough. Like, really, it is important to see, you know, how many calories are in things. And I started paying attention and being more mindful of food labels when I would go to the grocery store, you know, and that inspired me to eat what I cooked at home a lot more. I was inspired to eat at home and just cook more because I started realizing how much calories and stuff when you eat fast food and when you go to all these different restaurants. It's so rare that you find a menu that just has like low calorie that works for you, that you can still feel full. Like, usually their low calorie meals are like, they give you a handful of grapes, 2 pieces of lettuce, and they call it the skinny meal. And it's like, no, that doesn't work for me. Like, when you want to really just feel full, and you want to have some protein, and you want to just have something that holds you, I think it's better to just cook at home, because some of those meals, if you try to eat those out, they charge buku amount of money for that. If you try to go somewhere right now and say, hey, I would like some grilled salmon and some broccoli, they're going to charge you almost $20. And you can literally go to the store and buy your own pack of salmon, buy your own packs of broccoli, and eat on that for almost a whole week versus just one day. So that is another big thing that I started realizing. It's like, okay, let me just go home and cook my food, okay? Because me just spending $1 million on healthy food just for the fact that I want to eat healthier is not gonna work for my bank account right now, okay? We're gonna have to figure something out. And let's be honest, you know, if you are eating healthier, you know that some of the stuff that we really feel like eating, that we need to eat, is priced higher. So that's also going to be somewhat of a sacrifice. You're going to have to be prepared. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to have to be realistic. Like, yes, this is going to be a little bit more expensive than being able to go to Jack in the Box and get some tacos, or go to McDonald's and get a burger. Like, it's going to cost a little bit more money, you know, but at the same time, I feel like, is it worth it? Absolutely. So it's definitely a great investment. And yeah, so that's what I did. I stopped eating out as much, and I started cooking at home. Just very quick, little easy, quick to do meals I was able to eat. I'm going to insert some pictures so that you can just see some of the examples of what I ate for lunch, what I ate for dinner, some of my breakfast. Let me tell you, I am such a breakfast girl. I love breakfast. And one of my favorites for breakfast now is oatmeal. And I used to be scared of oatmeal. And let me just tell you, that's another thing. I had so many wrong ideas about eating. Like, I used to think, I can't eat oatmeal if I want to lose weight. I can't eat bread. I can't eat anything with basically carbs in it, or it's going to make me fat. And that is such a lie. Like, yes, you can eat oatmeal. Yes, you can eat toast. Yes, you can eat bread. You can have a sandwich and still lose weight. You don't have to cut out carbs to lose weight. You can eat that cookie. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you need to treat yourself. If you've been eating good like all day, you've been eating clean, and then it's dinner time and you're like, you know what, I just had like a good dinner and it was healthy, but I just want something sweet right now, or I just want something, you know, for a little dessert. If your calories are in line for that day to allow that, go for it. It's not going to stop you from losing weight. That weight is still going to come off of you if you eat that cookie, if you eat those chips, if you eat whatever it is that you've made up in your mind. I can't lose weight if I eat this. Like, That's a lie. Get that out of your head. That is a lie. Whoever said that to us, they lied to us, y'all, because when I started really seeing weight drop off of me is when I started eating the stuff that they told me I could not eat. I started eating my bread. I started eating my oatmeal, but I did it in moderation. You know, I counted my calories. It has to make sense. You know what I mean? It has to fit into your lifestyle. It has to fit into what you're doing, but also keep track of it. Don't just eat it mindlessly. Write it down. How many calories is in this? And you'll learn once you start doing that, okay, is it worth it if I sit up there and I just eat a whole bunch of carbs? You'll start spacing stuff out because you're like, oh, I have this amount of calories left for the rest of the day. Let me put this with this meal. I need to eat this with this because I'm going to actually feel satisfied. I'm going to actually feel full. So then you're not going to just carelessly be eating a whole bunch of fluffy, you know, yummy carbs. But at the same time, give yourself some wiggle room. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be honest with you. I'm telling you about what worked for me. So again, what worked for me may not work for everybody else, but for the majority of people, I'm pretty sure that this is going to work because it worked for me so fast. So yes, we've talked about the water, we've talked about counting the calories, we've talked about cooking and, you know, how it goes when we eat out. I want to make sure that I touch on all the big points. This is kind of like a quick just recap video that I'm going to tell you about what worked for me for my weight loss, but I am planning to get more in depth with future videos to come. I'm gonna do examples of what I eat in a day. I'm gonna try to do some grocery hauls. We're gonna do some exercise. Like, that's another thing that I want to talk about. Okay, I know I was leaving something out. Exercise. When it came to exercise, let me tell you, you do not have to work out for an hour to see results. Anything that you do counts. And obviously cardio is recommended if you're really just trying to get some weight off. If you're more so looking to tone, weights is great for that. Actually, weights is good for weight loss and toning. So don't be afraid to lift weights. It actually burns more calories. I had to relearn a lot of what I thought I knew about weights as well. So that's a myth. Lifting weights is not going to make you look bulky. If anything, is going to burn calories more faster. So don't shy away from weights. I got some 15-pound ones, but honestly, ease your way into it. If you've never lifted weights before, I'm going to go ahead and warn you now. I'm going to warn you now. Listen, take it from me. I know. I'm not going to go into detail, but I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. Please work your way up. Don't injure yourself trying to go ham with heavy weights if you're just starting out. I don't care how much adrenaline you have running through your body. Calm down, okay? Start small. Work your way up. Yes, it'll, you know, get easier. You just have to figure out what works for you. You don't have to freaking lift 50 pounds to see results. Like, you can lift 10 pounds, you can lift 5 pounds, you can still see results and feel results. It's more about repetition anyway. So anyways, just know what you're doing, know your range, know what you can handle, and take your rest days. That's that. I personally like the elliptical, I like the treadmill, I like the stair stepper. Recently I started getting more on the Stairmaster, and I remember when I could not last 5 minutes on that thing, and now I can last like going on 30 minutes. I can do, I think the most that I've done recently is like 25 minutes, and I was on like level 4 or 5. Let me tell you, but I will adjust that thing and put it on level 3 if I have to, and kick it back up, you know, whatever works for you. But I'm so happy that I finally have been able to get on the Stairmaster, so that's a good thing for me. You'll start seeing yourself, and that's the thing, when you're on your weight loss journey, you'll start feeling and seeing yourself do stuff that you've never been able to do before, and it's going to feel so good, and that's going to encourage you, and it's going to motivate you to keep going, because you're going to be like, wow, I fit into these pants and I never have been able to buckle these, or oh my gosh, I'm able to last this long on this machine and I've never been able to do that, or oh my gosh, look at my face, like I used to have like 4 chins and now I'm actually seeing some bone structure here. Like, it's things like that that makes me go, whoo, you know. It makes you want to keep going when you start feeling and seeing that progress. And sometimes it's harder for us to even see it. Other people can start noticing it before we start noticing it. They'll be like, dang girl, you look good, you're really like getting small, and you're like, yeah, you're just saying that. But no, for real, take those compliments. When people tell you that they see progress, it's because they can. and you know, you got to clap for yourself. And with me personally, everything that I do, my foundation is always God and my faith. So even with weight loss, you may think, oh, why are you bringing faith into fitness? But honestly, for me, it goes hand in hand, because you know, that was the most important part of my process, was just praying and just being like, you know what, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do this, you know, whatever it is that I put my mind to, I can do this. I can succeed, you know, I can lose this weight. It's not impossible for me. And just being positive, speaking life, speaking good things over yourself, that will make you feel so much better. So much of weight loss and you know, what's going on the outside is what's going on in the inside. So when you get that inside right, you know, when you're praying, when you're just speaking good things, affirming good things, you know, that makes such a difference too. And you just go out into the world just knowing, okay, listen, I've already put it out there. I've spoken it. Like, we're going to have a great day. I am going to have an awesome day. I can, you know, I can do this. This is going to work. Yes, like, some people call it a pep talk, but really it's like, it's all that together. It's prayer, it's pep talking yourself. It's basically just saying positive things about yourself, because you don't want to sit up there and be like, nothing ever works for me. This isn't gonna work. I can't do it. I'm a failure, blah, 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 blah. You know, that's automatically gonna make you feel like crap. That's gonna make you feel like a dark cloud is just hanging over you. And I just don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. So what I did was I started just thinking about, what does God say about me? How did God make me? He made me special. He made me capable. I can do this. I can do all things, you know, through him who strengthens me. So, you know, that's really what worked for me, is just also never, you know, separating my faith from fitness. You know what I mean? Jesus can be there for you the same way that he was there for me, because honestly, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us, okay? So no matter what you believe, if you've never believed anything, I want you to believe today that you can do it. This is not too hard for you. You are not alone. You have someone who loves you and who can help you through this. And don't ever be scared to pray. You know, prayer is a lifestyle, especially for me. I'm just going to be honest. Like, I can't say it enough. Like, God is so good. So definitely don't be afraid to pray and to just believe. It's all about what you believe. It's all about what you think and what you speak over yourself, okay? So yeah, just wanted to put that in there too, because that's so important. Real quick, if I just tell you what is my favorite breakfast, I'm gonna say oatmeal. What is my favorite lunch? I'm gonna say fish with some veggies and maybe some rice, something like that, a nice grain. My favorite dinner, I love salads. I may, listen, sometimes I don't even post everything that I eat, because I can eat the same thing over and over and over again like a broken record, but I am such a salad girl. And once you realize just how salads are great for, if you're trying to watch your calories, you can just put all types of shrimp or grilled chicken in there, have you a nice little vinaigrette, you know, have you some veggies in there, some cucumbers, some tomatoes, get a little zesty. And salads are cool. Salads are cool. You know, they can get boring if you eat them literally every single day, but trust me, I'm a boring eater. I can eat the same thing over and over again if I like it. I may have like a good run with it for a couple of weeks, and then I'll switch it up and be like, you know what? I want pasta. Let me, you know, go get me a lean cuisine or something like that. I might have to switch it up and be like, oh, you know what? I want some bread. Let me eat a nice sandwich, something like that. But ultimately, I like salads. I'm not going to sit up here in front and tell y'all I don't like salads, because I do. I love salads. So those are just some of the examples. Again, like I said, I'm going to be putting out more videos of examples of what I eat in a day, what I eat for lunch, what I eat for breakfast, stuff like that. It's coming very, very soon. So make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Make sure that if you're on social media, follow me on my other social medias, especially in Fab and Fit XO. I'm going to link all my social medias below so that you can go follow me. But yeah, stay tuned. Make sure that you're locked in, because we are going to just be seeing me turn it up a notch. Like, game time is over. I'm very serious. I'm very committed. I'm very passionate about fitness. This is something that I actually enjoy, and I really just want to give more to that, and I want to give more effort to that. So make sure that you are following, make sure that you are subscribed. I appreciate every single last one of y'all for clicking on. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for hearing me out. If you have any questions or any suggestions, any comments, anything, just leave it in the comment section. Don't hesitate to tell me what you want to see in the future. If you have any ideas, what you want to hear from me, just let me know, and I'm gonna try to get those out to y'all as soon as possible. So again, thank you for coming by. I hope that all of y'all have a great rest of your day, whatever day you're watching this video, and don't forget, you can do this. Stay motivated, stay encouraged, stay inspired. You got this. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.